Hi guys, I'm back again with another video after working on the Sinners video, which took me 8 solid days of editing. I really wanted to make another video that was just like super simple, very easy, and I thought about what would make a better video than what movies and media I really liked from 2025. And there were so many movies that I really enjoyed, and I hope to continue to watch movies in 2026 as well. And so this was just like an easy video, easy on my life, easy on my self-conscious. So I decided to do this one, and so I'm gonna share 10 movies, 9 movies and 1 show that I really loved from 2025. And if you haven't caught these things, hopefully in the future you'll be able to catch them. But 2026 is also packed with like so many incredible things, and so thank you so much for joining. If you haven't watched one of my videos before, thank you for watching. If you have watched one of my videos before and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'm planning on bringing so many more videos in 2026 as well. Thank you so much for joining me. Now let's get into it. Thunderbolts, asterisks, New Avengers, with a Z at the end. You know how they do. This movie came out earlier in the year, and I really didn't care for it as much as the other Marvel movies. Now, let's be honest with ourselves, the Marvel movie stock has declined in these past few months. Like, it has not been as much of a deal to go see a Marvel movie as it used to be, and this movie really didn't make as much of a splash as all the other Marvel movies. Honestly, I'm not even that excited about future Marvel movies, but that's a conversation for another day. So I didn't go see this movie in theaters at all. I waited until this movie came out on streaming, which was like 2 weeks after it came out in the movies. But once I did see it on streaming, I loved this movie. Like, I loved it more than I've loved any other Marvel movie that I'd seen in years. I thought that it was beautiful. I was moved by it. I'm a really big fan of Yelena. I love her character. I didn't really think I was going to like her, but I've fallen more and more in love with her every single time that I see her. I'm not following up with a lot of TV shows or anything like that, but every single time that I see her, I think that she's great. And I love this idea of putting the sort of internal struggle of superheroes in a movie show. The idea of putting the internal struggles of being a superhero in a movie. It's brilliant. Why don't we talk about this more? To see the struggles and also to see Yelena struggling, but also it doesn't weaken her. It doesn't make her any less capable. I thought that was a really great version to go into. It felt like old Marvel for me. I laughed, I cried, I was invested. Bucky was there looking hot as hell. I mean, like, what more could I ask for? I really thought it had a great message to it as well. From what I've heard from other people, particularly men, it really reached them in a really interesting way. And so I really liked this movie. I watched it at home like twice. That's how much fun I had with it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing more Yelena, hopefully in the future. Hopefully she'll be back in Avengers Doomsday. Okay, well, whatever. The next movie is The Long Walk. This film is based on a novel that Stephen King wrote when he was only a teenager. I believe this is his first novel that he ever wrote, but he didn't publish it until later. This movie is actually directed by Francis Lawrence, who is most notably known for directing the Hunger Games movies. This movie is, when you watch it, you'll think like, yes, it's very Hunger Games, but I think that it sits somewhere between like the Hunger Games movies and Battle Royale, if you've ever seen that movie before. It's much more graphic than the Hunger Games. and a little less graphic than Battle Royale. Well, I have to watch Battle Royale. I haven't seen Battle Royale in years. The Long Walk is a dystopian future world, alternative world. Maybe it's an alternative past. Maybe it's the dystopian future. Who knows? And it is a brutal examination of masculinity, patriotism, violence, belonging, sacrifice, all the kind of things that really modern America is dealing with. And I thought that it was really incredible. For a movie where all they're doing is long walking, it's actually very entertaining, and I really thought that it was great. It actually made me very emotional. I started to cry at the end. And I also have to say David Johnson is rapidly becoming one of my favorite actors, and I was pleasantly surprised by Cooper Hoffman, who is related to another actor. He's a Nepo baby, but who isn't these days? And those two, I mean, they were just so incredible, and I think they're going to be reunited in another movie, so I'm really excited to see that. The Long Walk was a really great adaptation, and all the actors in that movie were just really, really good. I would not recommend this movie if you have young, teenage boys. It's really graphic, but hey, I don't know you. Live your life, but loved it. Loved the movie. K-pop Demon Hunters. I mean, come on. You knew that K-pop Demon Hunters was going to be on the list. I am, okay, you can call me a sheep, okay? You can say that I'm just like everybody else. Everybody else loved K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't care, okay? Okay, so I didn't watch this when it first came out. I think I was like everybody else, and I was just K-pop, what? What are we talking about? What's going on? And then I heard the music. I heard Idol. I'm not ashamed of this whatsoever. I heard Idol, and I was like, okay, this kind of slaps. Then I saw some fan art, and I was like, it was kind of cute. And then, and then a bunch of kids were like, you have to see it. And so I watched it. I loved it. I loved it. It's charming. It's funny. I love Korean culture. I'm really big into K-pop. I love anime. I thought that everything about it was really great. I watched it 5 times. It was a really great film, really super fun. I also like the story behind it, that initially when it was pitched to the corporations, they were like, no thank you, and then they just sort of shoved it on the back burner, and then by word of mouth the show became one of the hugest hits ever, and now they're all freaking out because they're trying to capitalize on it. I think we're moving into a less westernized taste in media. That's a conversation for another day. I'm already planning a video to talk about how we are de-westernizing our media, and I think that K-pop Demon Hunters is kind of the first knell in that death knell. But I just really, really liked all the characters, and I love all the cosplays and all the fan art and the music, and they have to be planning a sequel. So K-pop Demon Hunters, there's nothing to complain about. Loved it. 10 toes down. That was great. Weapons. Now, I didn't really expect to like this movie as much as I did, because I was not a big fan of Zach Cregger's first film, Barbarian, or the first film that I saw from him. And I have to say that I do have issues with this film as well. I had issues with Barbarian, and I have issues with Weapons as well, but I love Aunt Gladys. I love her. She is an icon.
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she is the moment. Now, come on now.
She is the moment. I adore her. I can't get enough of her. As soon as I saw her cunty little bangs, I was like, it's over with. Who is this diva? I really like the structure of the film. I think that it's really great how they give you pieces of the story until all of the stories kind of collide and you get the ultimate picture of basically the crime that happened. It's kind of set up sort of like this crime documentary where you sort of only understand people's perspectives until you get the most important pieces from the perpetrator and the victim of the story. And I thought that was very, very clever. I think it has great scares. I think it has great music, great setup. The pacing is really great with it. There's just some aspects of the theme of the movie that I think are a little slim, a little thin, and there's some aspects of tropes, particularly the tropes of old ladies and witches, that I also think are a little thin, that I have a little bit of a problem with. And I think that Zach Cregger also needs to get off of his fear of old women, but that's a conversation for another day. Which I'm also planning a video about, but whatever. Just to kind of keep you guys like hooked, you know what I mean? But really liked it. Saw it in theaters twice. Went to go see it with a group of teachers and they laughed their butts off. And went to go see it with another group of friends, and it was great. And I love that Weapons is getting a lot of awards because it's about time that more horror movies start winning major awards. Horror movies are just as good, just as well written, just as well acted as any other film, and so I'm really happy that that's starting to happen. So Weapons was a really great film for this year. Loved it. Really great. Superman. Okay, so I've been losing my faith in DC. Earlier I talked about my loss of religion in Marvel. It's also been happening with DC. And it was for different reasons. Marvel, to me, has been oversaturated and formulaic. DC, on the other hand, I have been waning in my like of DC because none of the movies ever hit the mark for me, particularly under Zack Snyder, and I just really did not jive. God, I didn't really click with that version of Superman. Now, I've been a Superman enjoyer since I was a little kid. My Nana and I would watch the old George Reeves Superman movies or Superman shows from the 1950s, the black and white shows when I was a kid. I grew up on the Christopher Reeves movies with my parents. I watched Superman, My Adventures with Superman in the 90s. I watched like the cartoons when they were on, Smallville when I was a teenager. Like, Superman has constantly been in my life, my whole entire life. And I have such a sweet spot for Clark. Clark is my baby boy. Like, he's my little boo thing, you know? And I adore Clark as a character. I think that he is so necessary to keeping all of this stuff together. He's so necessary to the DC. His optimism, his strength, and his strength is not in physicality. His strength is in his endless capability for empathy. That's his true strength. Sure, like, he can leap, really high and like bench press a car or like whatever, you know what I mean? And like, I don't know, fly really fast and stuff like that. But like, he is an endless source of love and care and empathy more than any other human being. He is more human than human beings. That's his true power. And if you don't understand that, you don't understand like his love of humanity, then you don't really understand Clark. You strip away all of his powers, and Clark is still one of the most powerful beings on Earth because he is capable of such immense empathy. And if you don't understand that, you don't get him. And so I just didn't see that in a lot of Superman media that was coming out. It was very dark and it was very depressing. And I just don't want to believe that a white man with that much power could also be that destructive, because I live in a world. I live in a world where white men with a lot of power are like very destructive, and it like scares me. I think about it all the time. So it just never clicked with me. But this new Superman, I love. Like, David Cornsweet, he's a little boo thing. He nailed it. He really got the complexity. He really got the idea of being such a good person, being burdened by being such a good person. He is just a little sweetie, but also immensely powerful, and you take him very seriously and you don't at the same time. Like, he loves his ma, he loves his pa, he have crush on he girlfriend, and he want to save lives and save a cat out of a tree maybe while he's at it. And I just think it's great. I think it's wonderful. I left the theater smiling like a kid. I felt rejuvenated. I felt hopeful. And in times like these, my God, like, we need it. So, are you okay? Was that necessary? Bring her back. What a great year for horror movies. Like, so many good horror movies and some bad ones. But you know what? When you like horror movies, is there ever such a thing as a bad horror movie? I don't know. I was a huge fan of the Filippo brothers. Their last film, Talk to Me. The movie gave me nightmares, which very rarely ever happens. I'm not like easy to scare, but Talk to Me really wormed its way into my subconscious, and I was very excited for this one because I was very excited to see Sally Hawkins in a horror movie. I love her. She's amazing. She's amazing in every single thing. And I learned that this is Sally Hawkins' first ever horror movie, so I knew she was going to deliver. And I knew it was good because Sally Hawkins wouldn't have signed on if the movie wasn't good. So that kind of made me very excited about it. From what I had seen from behind the scenes, it also looked really good. And it was disturbing, unhinged, it was brutal. It made me feel so many different emotions. I had a major loss in my family in 2024, and so watching this movie that is about grief and about how grief makes you kind of lose your touch with reality really resonated with me. And there is a part of me while I was watching the movie that was like, yeah, I think I would do something like this. Like, if you told me you could bring my family member back and there was a way to do it, there's like a little part of my brain that was like, well, I mean, we could give it a shot, right? Like, it's just grief like that just takes over your entire brain and kind of makes you a little touched, as my grandmother would say. So I thought it was just really beautifully done. A lot of my friends said that it was like too much for them. It was almost too real, and I totally understand that. I loved it. I love the Filippo brothers, and I think that it's amazing their difference between how they are in real life versus how they are in cinema. I'm really excited to see what they do next, and it's just their line between abject horror and heartbreaking drama. So good. I don't know what happened to those boys in their lives to make them like this, but like, thoughts and prayers. Like, what is... okay, but like, adolescence. So this isn't a movie, this is a miniseries, but I have to mention it. Adolescence was absolutely stunning. It's a 4-part series, and if you want to make it seem like a movie, you can just watch it all at once. This was a UK show, and it is a snapshot of our current state of events sort of kind of just like The Long Walk as well. It is about boyhood, it's about masculinity, about incel culture, about online culture, the internet, Andrew Tate, all the stuff that's going on right now, red pill culture. It's all the stuff that's going on right now with boys, but then also girls. Like, it's everything that's happening with the youth. I sound like a grandmother, but like, it's a really great snapshot of where we are in our culture, and it's amazing. The writing is amazing. The acting is stellar acting. The casting was incredible. Just really loved it. And I'm sure that people have already talked endlessly about the cinematography. The cinematography is all taken in one take, so it has this sort of choreography to it that feels like a play. Everything is in one take, so all the actors kind of have to sort of come on stage. The blocking has to be perfect. Come on stage, come on camera, and leave on camera, knowing all of their cues, really just like they were ballet dancers, and they can't mess up anything or else they'll have to start all over again. But I think of it like a play, or I think of it like dance, where it's like, you can't mess up. We cannot start this play from the top because there's a live audience in front of us. We can't start this again. And it was done masterfully. There were so many times where I was like stopping and rewinding to try to see if I noticed where a cut was, or if I was trying to figure out like how it happened. I was like, oh yeah, that's a cut, because they do like a wipe over the camera. But I was like, oh no, that's not a cut. That was just like a way of switching the camera from one camera operator to another. It was genius. But more than that, the topic that they talked about just caused so much conversation, for better or for worse. A bunch of people had conversations with their children that they never had before, which I think was really important. And also a bunch of red pill guys felt called out, which is great. They should have felt called out by it. If you felt attacked by this show, good. I'm glad. Like, you know, a hit dog will holler. So I thought that was really great. It really exposed a lot of the rot in our culture that should really be called out, and I thought it was great. Also, Owen Cooper, who is kind of the main character of this show, was phenomenal. His first acting job, he is, I think he was 13 or something like that, 12 in this show, and he is remarkable. He was so good in this show. And yeah, if he keeps deciding to do acting, I'm keeping my eyes on him, because if he wants to keep doing this, keep pursuing this, I think he's really going to be like the one to watch. So yeah, really great show, great conversations, great subject matter, fantastic writing, fantastic acting, just 10 out of 10, harrowing, loved it. It was just great. Yeah, Frankenstein. Now, for those that don't know me or don't know me well, I am a monster lover, and there's a video that's like a year back or so where I talk about monster loving, and I think it's time that I make another one. I'm gonna make a monster loving video every single year. I love monsters. I love all kinds of different monsters. I just think they're neat. And Guillermo del Toro is also a certified monster lover. I don't know if he's ever said that out loud, but like, you can tell. You can tell. So when I heard that Guillermo was working on Frankenstein, it was just a dream come true. His style matches perfectly. He is absolutely one of the perfect directors to do the Frankenstein movie, and I knew it was going to be great. So when this movie came out, I saw it in theaters. Had to go like way out of town to go see this movie in theaters, but okay Netflix, and was blown away. I love Del Toro's style. His visual style is so it's sensual, you know, like it's touch, it's taste, it's sight, it's sound. Everything about it is just, you can feel it. It engages all of the senses. And I absolutely love, it's lush and beautiful and dramatic in a way that only a Mexican could really do something that dramatic. And I just adore his work so much. I was just blown away. I read Frankenstein when I think I was in between middle school and high school. And the Frankenstein book is it's like 170 pages. Like, you can get through it in a weekend, and I was absolutely hooked from it. I just absolutely loved. When I knew that Mary Shelley wrote it when she was a teenager, I was so inspired by that. And ever since then, Frankenstein has become like one of my favorite, it's become like my Bible. And when I saw the film and I saw how he interpreted it, not only based on the book, but also based on the James Whale 1931 movies, also based on Bride of Frankenstein, but then also a touch of Hammer horror, Christopher Lee. There's so many different kinds of influences in there, besides also the novel. There's also like Mary Shelley's life that's in there as well. There's also references to her husband, to Byron. There's so many different kinds of references of the real world that's also in there as well. And I think that that's beautiful. I think it's his interpretation of it is beautiful. The idea of just wanting a faithful adaptation of the book, like, girl, you have the book. Like, there's the book. Read the book. I don't want Guillermo del Toro does Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Like, I have Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. She wrote two versions of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. There's the 1818 version and there's the 1830 version. Like, we have two versions of it. I want to see Frankenstein, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, through Guillermo del Toro's eyes. I want to see it through his lens. I don't want to see it just copied from him. I want to see it reinterpreted through another person. It was everything and more. I didn't really get the Jacob Elordi thing. I didn't get it. You know, the girls were going goo goo gaga over him, and I didn't get it. I get it. I get it. Yeah. He is so tall. When he gave her that leaf, you know, when men say that they don't know what women want,
okay.
I don't know if I like Jacob Elordi or Jacob Elordi as Frankenstein's monster. Okay, whatever. Costumes, production design, special effects, prosthetics, have to shout that out. Makeup, everything. Just delicious, okay? Loved it. Gorgeous. My favorite film. Love it. Love it. I want to live in it. Watching it is not enough. I need to eat it. I want to consume the film. Yeah. Hamnet. Okay, so we're talking about actors that are on my actors to watch list, and Jessie Buckley is on my actors to watch list. She is phenomenal. I had seen Jessie Buckley, I think the first time that I ever really noticed her was in Alex Garland's Men. And ever since then, I've seen her in things and been like, clocked. Okay. I see you. Okay. But I really noticed her in Hamnet. Just love this movie. Love this movie. I went in to a preview screening of this kind of sort of blind. I hadn't read the book before, and I really like, you're gonna say like, you're watching this movie that's called Hamnet. I'm like, okay, Hamlet, okay, but not Okay. And that was basically all that I really knew about it. I thought it was just one of the best films. I'm also a Chloe Zhao stan. Like, I'm a Chloe Zhao realist. Like, I don't care what you think about her other films. I stand 10 toes down. I think she's a genius. And I don't care what you think of Nomadland. I don't care what you think about the Eternals. I see the genius in her. And I'm willing to fight anybody, hand to hand, bare knuckle, for the fact that I think that she's like, she needs to get better projects because I think she's a genius. So when I saw this movie, just it allowed her to be able to show all of her natural talents as a director. And I compare her work to being like a conductor. She's able to take, like, you know, a conductor has, like, they have the strings, they have wood, they have cymbals, they have all these different kinds of percussions, they have all these different kinds of instruments that they have to combine together and get on the same wave, the same symphony, you know, the same rhythm. She's like that with film, you know. She has to get all of her actors, all of her cinematography, all of her sound, all of the editing, all of everything together, costume, and she has to get them all on the same symphony, all on the same rhythm together. She's like a conductor, and I think it was beautiful for Hamnet. I watched this movie crying, sobbing, sniffling, journaling, throwing up, calling my mom, calling my therapist, rolling around on the floor, hugging myself, self-soothing, doing butterfly taps, just a mess on the floor. Beautifully shot, beautifully scored. Jessie Buckley gave a profound performance. One of the best performances I've ever seen. Just everything about this film was just, it's art. Like, absolute cinema. Like, this film should be in the Louvre. It should be on one of those golden records that we send into space so that the aliens could watch it. It's gorgeous. Just like tip to tail. Beautiful. I love this movie so much. And it's just so much of like the human experience of life and death and grief and birth and motherhood and fatherhood and creativity and the power of creativity and the power of letting go and receiving and giving. It's just, it's everything. And Paul Mescal is in it, and he's so succulent, you know? He's just juicy. He's not like hard. He's not hard-bodied. You know, there's like men that are like hard-bodied, you know? He's like firm-bodied. There's still like a jiggle to him. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? There's a give to him. He's succulent, you know? It's just like I could just put my mouth on him and just.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent.
Paul Mescal. Last but certainly not least, Sinners. Okay, come on. You know I was going to talk about this film. I just made an hour-long video about Sinners, kind of breaking down some of the lore and some of the legends and culture and history of Sinners. I left a ton of things out because I was tired and I couldn't go on. Sinners, wow. Sinners is one of those movies that you could feel something change when you were done watching Sinners. Sinners changed cinema. There was something different about movies. And you have to allow me to get on my big cinema horse. My big pretentious, I went to film school, I have a Letterboxd account, cinema horse, okay? My big succulent. You have to, because when I was watching this film, I thought, first of all, I've never seen anything like this before. It had invented a new cinematic language. Just like Ryan Coogler had done before with Black Panther, it had created new cinematic language with the concept of Afrofuturism. We had never really had cinematic language with Afrofuturism. We've had cinematic language when it comes to cyberpunk. When I say to you, make a cyberpunk movie, there's kind of a road in which you could say, okay, I'll reference this movie, I'll reference that movie, and I could show you a frame and you could say, that's cyberpunk. If I tell you, okay, I need you to make a movie that is a Western, there's cinematic language for that. I could show you a still and you would say, that's a Western. I could show you a movie and I could say, okay, I want folk horror. There's cinematic language for that. There was not cinematic language before of Afrofuturism. He did that. He and his crew invented that cinematic language that now we build upon when we think of Afrofuturism. And now he has done that again to build the structure of cinematic language for Black Southern Gothic horror. Like, we have never had cinematic language for Southern horror. We've had Southern horror before, sure. We've had, like, I mean, my favorite Southern horror is Eve's Bayou. I could show you a clip of Eve's Bayou, and I don't know if you would clock it as Southern horror or Gothic horror. There's, like, Jeepers Creepers, I think would also count, but I don't know if you would clock that as Gothic horror. I could show you a clip from Sinners, and you would immediately clock it as Gothic horror. Immediately clock it as like Southern, it's in the South, it's Gothic, and it's horrific. It maybe not the first half of the movie, but like definitely the second half. So he invented a new language. When we talk about cinematic language, what we're talking about is a way of communicating through film. If I can not talk to you through language, through speaking, the director can't speak to you and tell you, like, here's what I meant in this movie, and this is the bad guy. The director and the filmmaker can only speak to you through the film, through images, sound, cinematography, mise en scène. They can only show you those kind of things, costumes, lighting, those kind of things. That's the language, right? And he is inventing language for the first time ever in 2025, babe. Hello? Like, open your pineal gland. Like, this man is a genius, and there's no question to me that he deserves every single award that he's ever been nominated for, because this is something that has changed, that has been added to the encyclopedia of film. No one's done it like him before, and we now will build upon his legacy. Sinners is a movie that means so much to me. I grew up in the South. I love horror movies. I love folklore, vampires, blues and jazz and black music, and this movie was everything. It was everything and more. It's perfect from the top down. The cinematography is amazing, the acting, the writing, the special effects, the costuming. Did I say that already? I'm in love with the costuming. Ruthie Carter is a genius. She's one of the best costumers in the world. Everything about this movie is incredible. And there's a scene in this movie, and if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. There is a scene in this movie that is so revolutionary with how it was done, with the use of space and time, the flattening of space and time in a movie, that also, who is doing this? Who's doing this? Who is doing this to flatten space and time? There's a concept in Black culture called Sankofa, which is that you can only move forward if you look back. Just like this idea that you can only understand your future, you can only move on into the future if you have a good understanding of the past. You can only move on, you can only have a bright future if you have a knowledge of your history. And so it's represented by this bird that's looking behind while moving forward. And that scene perfectly represents Sankofa. this idea of flattening the past and the present into, I mean, we're talking about like physics, babe. We're talking about like quantum physics in a film. We're talking about time as a flat circle. Like, we're talking about like concepts of physics, of matter, of time being a flat circle. This movie is one of the best movies ever. And you're gonna tell me that Timothée Chalamet, you know what? Let me stop. You're gonna tell me that one battle after another? Let me stop. Sinners. Just for 1,000 years, it will always be that movie. It will always mean so much to the community. It will always be a film that lives in film history, and it will always be a film that means something to me. I'd love to hear what you guys think about those movies. Did you see all of those? Did you see none of those? Do you disagree with me? Be nice in the comments. Be really nice. If you disagree with me, that's fine. It's okay. Just be nice about it. That's all I ask. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I also have a Patreon if you like this, to see this kind of content continue. I hope that you do. And if you don't like it, that's okay. We're all, God's creatures, I guess. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself, be kind to others, and remember, the monsters, they're always closer than you think. Okay, bye! 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 I can feel her, but I can't see her.